Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers at Tigers Stadium. On the mound for the Blue Jays is Jesse Jefferson, whose record is 0-2 with a 10.45 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Bruce Robbins, whose record is 1-0 with a 3.86 ERA. Okay, we won our third game in a row, winning game one of the three-game set against the Blue Jays. We won 7-2, and Reggie hit a 3-run home run, and Sweet Lou hit his second home run on the year. And so it's a pretty solid game all the way around, with Dave Rosema getting his second win. We have game two of the three-game series today. Let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along, like and or subscribe. We do have in the playlist section of the Brainiac Baseball YouTube page, you can look at any of the games from the 1980 season or 81 replay season, as well as I do sports card breaks, and you can go into any of the four major sports and see brand new baseball cards or basketball, football, or hockey cards being opened. A lot of fun. So check that out. Here is our team for today. We did make one change. It was a long time coming. I decided to bring up George Capizello, Cappy, as we call him, as our third left-hander in the bullpen. As you can see here, Rucker and Comstock have already pitched over 10 innings. Hume, that's okay, because he was our long reliever. But I think we're overusing those lefties. So we sent Dave Patterson down, who was actually having a really good start to the season, but I think we just need to have that third lefty in there so we don't overwork these other two lefties. Okay, so, and here is Bruce Robbins. Looks like the Blue Jays in the lineup today are batting 200 against them, just limited duty. The lineup for today, we have to sit Ricky Henderson. They have him listed as tired, so we're going to move Dawson into center field. Gibby stays in left, and Glenn Wilson will play right field today. And because Trammell's showed some aptitude lately, maybe breaking out of his slump, we're going to give him the leadoff position instead of Ricky Henderson today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Blue Jays. We'll do the lineup rundown. Looks like they have some different players in there today against the lefty Bruce Robbins. Batting leadoff, playing shortstop is Steve Davis. Batting second at first base is Tim Corcoran. Batting third and DHing today is Chris Sabo. Batting cleanup in right field is Danny Tartabull. Batting fifth and catching today is Ernie Whitt. Batting sixth in left field is Al Woods. Batting seventh at third base is Paul Dade. Batting eighth playing second base is Garth Iorg. And batting ninth in center field is Rick Bosetti. Bruce Robbins on the mound for Detroit. Take a look at him here, making his fifth start of the season. Only 1-0. Only one decision so far in those first four starts. 3.86 ERA. 18 Ks in 23 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .290 against him. Let's take a look at his log. He's made those four starts, as I mentioned, and didn't get a win until his last start, where he pitched 6 2/3 innings. His longest performance of the season, did not give up any runs, and had 8 Ks, so he's had 14 strikeouts in his last two starts. So let's hope he's getting on the right track. This is a good team for him to pitch against, the Blue Jays. They're struggling offensively, and they don't hit lefties well. So here's the defensive alignment for the Tigers. As you can see there, Dawson's in center field. So our Gold Glover, Henderson, on the bench today. The only Gold Glover in the lineup is Sweet Lou at second base. And before we get started with today's game here with Steve Davis leading off, don't forget we have the robot race today in the seventh inning stretch, so stick around for that. Okay, Steve Davis leading off against Bruce Robbins, and Davis shoots it into right center field. Caught by Wilson for the first out, one down. Former teammates Robbins and Corcoran, you see they're sharing the same style of baseball card, the 81 Topps card. And Corcoran, being a lefty, pops it up to second. Lou makes the play, 2 down. Now let's take a quick look here at Chris Sabo. Had a really great career with the Reds. This is an 88 tops? This is his rookie card. So he's up in 82, 6 more years in the minors before Chris Sabo even gets a shot at the majors. That's the fun thing about this game as Sabo grounds out to third, is you see a lot of different career paths when you play this game based on the needs of the team at the major league level. So it's kind of cool, in my opinion, to see players like Corcoran, whose career is already over, Sabo, up 6 years early, Tartabull, not quite a major leaguer in real life, and then a bunch of other players who have long finished in major league play. So let's go ahead and do the Tigers lineup rundown officially here. You can take a look at the stats as this is taking a moment to load. There we go. Batting leadoff and playing shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting second at first base is Greg Brock. Batting third at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting cleanup in center field is Andre Dawson. Batting fifth and DHing is Reggie Jackson. Batting sixth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting seventh in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting eighth in right field is Glenn Wilson. And batting ninth at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Jesse Jefferson off to a terrible start for the Blue Jays. In 1982, you see here he was actually on the California Angels. I believe it was his last season in the majors, making his third start in relief. He's actually the fifth starter. They brought him up when Dave Steve got injured. 0-2 with a 10.45. He's gotten crushed, giving up 12 runs, 15 runs technically, 12 earned runs in 10 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .385 against him. It's been wild, a couple wild pitches already. His fastball tops out at 87 miles an hour, just a smidge faster than Rozema. His main pitch is a slider, rated 83, so slightly above average. A couple below average pitches with the fastball and the curve, and he mixes that change in to throw everybody off, I suppose. So that's who's on the mound for the Blue Jays today. Here's their defensive alignment. Taking a look with the best defender at center field, Rick Busetti, and their shortstop, Davis, is pretty decent too. So Trammell leading off, facing Jesse Jefferson. Flips it into right center field. Will that fall in for a hit? Oh, it's going to be caught by the right fielder, Tartabull. There's one down. Next up, Greg Brock. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit for Brock. Runner on first. One down. Mickey Hatcher up. We always do this now. We hit and run with Hatcher. Seems to work out every time. Base hit to right field. Brock should take third on that if he's hustling. There we go. So first and third, Hatcher up to 392. Unbelievable. Okay, so this is a potential double play. I am going to have him swing away, though. Dawson is really cold right now, batting .231. Pulls it into left field, caught on a line. Brock will tag up and score. It was deep enough. And there's a sac fly RBI for Dawson. 1-0 Detroit. Here was the player of the game yesterday, Reggie Jackson. 3-run shot, had an RBI double. And he crushes it again. That is our new team leader in home runs. Jackson hits it to dead center field, 438 feet. And it's 3-0 Detroit already. Remember, in real life in 1982, the season we're simming, Jackson did lead the American League in home runs with 39. Parrish hits a ground ball that sneaks past Davis at shortstop. That's 4 hits for Detroit already. So Jefferson is in a major jam so far. And then Gibby comes through with a hit. He's slowly breaking out of his slump. And that's going to bring up Glenn Wilson. Does not have a hit versus righties this season. I usually only play him versus lefties, where we sit Gibby. And Wilson gets a base hit. He gets in on the action. Run scores from second. 4-0. Detroit. 6 runs, 6 hits for the Tigers today. And now we're batting through the lineup with number 9 hitter Whittaker up. And he strikes out swinging. So we hit through the lineup. As I said, 4 runs, 6 hits. We go to the top of the second with Danny Tartabull, Ernie Whitt, and Al Woods up. Tartabull leads off, hitting a fly ball to right. Wilson makes the play, 1 down. It's going to bring up the catcher, Ernie Whitt, batting 105 versus lefties, and Robbins walks him. So 1 down, runner on first, Al Woods, also a lefty, 208 hitter versus lefties, and he shoots it up the middle, falls in front of Dawson, and there's the first hit for the Blue Jays. So Robbins could not get either lefty out. We'll give up that runner on third if we can turn 2, with Paul Dade up next. He pulls it into left. That should be deep enough for the catcher to score. Whitt does score, and it is 4-1. So Woods on first with 2 down, and then Garth Orange gets a hit. So offense is erupting here. 2 down, first and second. Number 9 hitter Rick Bosetti up, batting 188 overall, but 267 versus lefties, and he grounds out to Trammell. We keep the damage to a minimum. Tigers lead 4-1 going to the bottom of the second. Trammell leading off. Trammell is only 2 for 17 against a terrible pitcher like Jesse Jefferson. There's a base hit. There we go. 7 hits for the Tigers. So we're in the second inning, and all but 2 Tigers have hits. Next up, Greg Brock. Brock walks. How long will they go with Jesse Jefferson pitching like this? That is the question. They've got to have somebody else better in the minor leagues. Actually, I know they don't, as Hatcher hits it right back to Jefferson. And Jefferson gets a force out at second. That's all they can do. We are going to hit and run now, this time around, with Dawson. He had the sack RBI in the first, so he's one of the 2. And there's a hit down the right field line. Trammell scores. Hatcher takes third. I expected Dawson to go for 2, but I guess we're up 4. And it is 5-1 now. So Reggie's up. We're going to let him swing away. He rips it deep to center field. That's not going to get it done, though. 351 feet. Hatcher will touch up and tag home plate for the 6th out, run, I should say. And it is 6-1. Lance Parrish up next. And he strikes out swinging. No? Or did he hit it into the dirt? I guess he did. Oh, he flew out to center. Certainly didn't represent that. But it's an out regardless. And it's 6-1 Detroit. Nicely done by our offense. We go to the top of the third with Steve Davis leading off. Davis hits a line drive right at Whittaker. 1 down. Timmy Corcoran up again. Corcoran popping it up into foul ground on the third base side. Caught for the second out by Hatcher. And finally, Chris Sabo shoots it into right center field. And Dawson makes the catch. So a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the third with Kirk Gibson leading off, and Gibby walks. 8 hits and 2 walks. And we just started the bottom of the third. This is the kind of game I love. If this were happening to me, I'd be so pissed off right now. Wilson hits a ground ball to third. Oh, and they turn 2. Wilson grounds into the double play. Sweet Lou up, and Whittaker walks. So Trammell comes up for the 3rd time in 3 innings with Sweet Lou on first. Here's Tram. And Trammell grounds out to second base. Iorg makes the play. Okay, we go to the top of the 4th. Tigers did not score. It's 6-1. Danny Tartabull leading off. He's 0 for 2 against Robbins with 2 walks in his short career. Tartabull flies out to center, 1 down. So here's the lefties that gave Robbins trouble the first time around. He walks them again. What is the deal with that? Al Woods. There we go. There's a strikeout. The first K for Robbins after coming off the 8 strikeout performance. You think he'd be crushing these Blue Jays players as Dade flies out to right. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 6-1. Greg Brock leading off. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a walk. Ground ball to third. 1 down. Mickey Hatcher up next. And a ground ball to first. Tim Corcoran makes the play. This could be a 1-2-3 inning for the first time this game as Dawson flies out to right. So Jefferson needed that to settle in a little bit. We go to the top of the 5th. We have Iorg, Bossetti, and Davis due up. 3 righties against Robbins. Striking out Iorg. There's the second K. Robbins at 59 pitches, so he's looking pretty good so far. Oh no, base hit from the number 9 hitter, Bossetti. So 1 down, runner on first. Steve Davis up next, ground ball to second. Probably should have been a double play, but Davis has okay speed. He's going to leave it up to Tim Corcoran, and Corcoran hits another grounder to Whittaker, and that'll do it. So Robbins gets through 5. We go to the bottom of the 5th. We have Reggie, Parrish, and Gibby up. Reggie will not be fooled by that inside pitch. Pulls it to right for a hit. We're going to say no. We don't need to go for 2 here. Let's see if Parrish can stay out of the double play. We're going to let him swing away. Oh, no. That is a round to the horn if I ever saw it. Oh, no, Reggie. Look at this guy. He's hustling. Beats it out at second base. Reggie had a few days off there. And he's coming out firing, man. He's got it all going. So 1 down. Ground ball by Gibson. That'll move Jackson to third. And leave it up to Wilson to drive in Reggie. Nope. Ground ball to Corcoran at first, and that'll do it. So here we are in the 6th inning. I'd like to see Robbins get through this inning at least. Oh no. Chris Sabo, doubles machine in real life. His nickname was Spuds McKenzie because of his goggles. I don't know if people remember that or not. So Sabo on first. Sabo got great speed. That is not true in real life. I don't think. Actually, I don't think it is. So leadoff man is on for Danny Tartabull, and Tartabull flies up the center field. Here's those lefties. Actually, Whitt, who walked twice against Robbins, and he walks them a 3rd time. All fastballs. He's just reaching back and firing against Ernie Whitt. So 1 down, runners on first and second for Al Woods. Got to be careful here because 1 hit, and they get right back in it. A base hit, and that's gonna do it for Robbins. 88 pitches. We got all these righties coming up, and we know our bullpen has been pretty solid. I think we're gonna go with. Man, I don't want to really go with Hume. I kind of want to go with Kerrigan. See, this is where having 4 righties in the bullpen would pay off because I wouldn't mind seeing Dave Patterson come in, but it's going to be Hume. This is his 9th game pitched. He has thrown 12 innings, 7 Ks in those 12 innings. Opponent's batting .231. He's got a save. That was a 3-inning save. Here we go. Righties are batting .230. Actually, he does well versus righties and lefties. So, I will keep the infield back. We'll give up a run to get 2. And Zabel's got speed, but no one else does. Oh, shit. Is that a grand slam? Oh, no! Oh, man, Hume. That is not fair. A grand slam against us by Paul Dade, his 3rd on this season. Is that his first career Grand Slam? It tells us that. That is his first career Grand Slam. Well, ain't that a pile of crap? I hope Hume got out of his system as Iorg grounds out. That just felt destined to happen. All those runs, except for, of course, Dade, all go to Robbins, who's having a decent game. And it does seem like that sixth inning is the culmination of every Robbins start. We just need to keep that in mind as Jefferson walks Whittaker for the second time. Let's pull up the in-game stats so we can see what we're looking at here for player of the game. Reggie, I mean, everybody's on the board but Whittaker. But Reggie's 2 for 2 with the homer and the single. Okay, this game's not over yet, though. We got to get serious here. Let's hit and run. Get Whittaker moving. Jefferson settled down and really gave his team a chance to come back. Trammell gaps it all the way to the wall. A shot at 3. Oh, man, do we run on Rick Bassetti, though? It says 90% chance, but Bassetti well better than average. He is safe at third. So a triple for Trammell, and that's going to do it for Jefferson. They're going to bring in Tom Brown. As we get one of those runs back, let's take a look at Tom Brown. He's 32 years old, making his 7th appearance this season. 0-1, 245. Actually had a good season last year in limited duty. So a solid pitcher, considering he's on this team. Fastball, 92 miles an hour. Fastball's great, rated 86. He's got a change, which doesn't play. Okay, so we're gonna have Trammell go on contact. Brock, not a great contact hitter. Oh yeah, that's why. So that didn't work out. Okay, but now we do have a great contact hitter. So one down. We need that runner. We need that run at third. Hatcher's the man to get it done, though. There we go. Base hit to right field. Who is this guy? He was awesome this year. He was much maligned last season. We had Brookins at third, who was not that great. And we couldn't even get Hatcher onto the field. That's how bad he was. So we have Mickey Hatcher on first. Got 2 of the runs back. And now Dawson up. We want to see Dawson swing away. Oh, no. Ground ball to second. And that's an easy double play. We go to the 7th. We are going to do it. We're going to bring in Kerrigan. Here we go. Everybody loves Joe Kerrigan. And Kerrigan really has been solid for us. His 11th appearance. And we're in our 21st game, so keep that in mind. We gotta peel these guys back a little bit. 9 Ks. Pokes are batting 242 against him. He's got a save and a blown save in there. With the 3-run lead, start off the 7th inning. Don't forget we got the robot race coming next. And Kerrigan strikes out Steve Davis. There's 1 down. Next up is the lefty Tim Corcoran. Ooh, right around the corner of the plate there. Just a little bit low. Looks like a strike to me, though. So Corcoran walks. Here's Chris Sabo, a righty. Oh, no. Kerrigan's getting wild. And one swing of the bat will tie it up. And this is a guy that can do it. Has the highest power in the team, 94. He stuffs it inside. And he grounds into a double play. Great job. That is perfect. We can bring in Cappy to get these lefties next inning. And so it is time for the robot race. I know everybody loves this. I mean, I suspect they do. Why wouldn't you? Here are our contestants for today's robot race. We have 45 seconds on the clock. And these players are competing to get into a bracket where eventually you could possibly win a autograph of a Hall of Fame pitcher. So I have that in my possession. I'll let you know at a later date who that pitcher is. Our contestants for today's race is holdovers. We have Bill H., James K., Diamond Princess, John M., and Dave K., with newcomer Jeremiah M. in the race today. So we're going to count down from 3. Oh, we're going to actually, let's go to the super full screen. And we're going to count down from 3. We're going to hit start, and we are going to get our next winner. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, everyone's eyes are open, ready to go. I guess a single eye for John. Dave is way out in the lead, and that's always a bad sign. Dave's a quick starter in life as well. He has trouble finishing things, and I think this is going to prove it right here. As Diamond Princess, always a bridesmaid, never a bride, takes the lead from Dave. Dave is fading fast. I think it's going to be Bill or Jeremiah at this pace. It's always somebody coming from the end. Now James K is falling back. Dave's taking the lead again, 10 seconds to go. Is it going to be James K falling off? Oh, here he comes. You know it. Oh, everybody's blowing ahead. Here's John M. John M., congratulations. One of the original 6 in this race, and it's good to see one of those folks make it in. One of my most loyal watchers. Thank you, John, for watching. Congratulations on your victory. Diamond Princess coming in 4th. James K. and Bill finishing up last. So we're going to back out of this. We are going to add James K. over here. I'm not James K. I'm sorry, John M. My apologies. Let's go, John. John M. There we go. He's in the bracket. You see the other winners down here as we continue to fill it in. And we'll save that at another time. Let's get back to the game. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll have another, every home game will have a robot race. So tomorrow's home game will have the last robot race until we get back from our road trip versus the Yankees. And I forget the other team, Cleveland perhaps. Okay, bottom of the 7th inning, we are up 3 runs. We have Reggie on the mound. Reggie's 1 for 1 with a walk against Tom Brown in his career. And Brown jams Reggie as he flies out to center field. 1 down. Next up is Lance Parrish. Parrish batting .308 versus righties, and he strikes out looking. Second K for Brown, second out of the inning. Next up is Kirk Gibson, and Gibby hits a blooper into left field. That's a rainbow, easily caught by the left fielder Woods. We go to the 8th inning. Tigers are up by 3. Good job by Kerrigan. I did have a couple walks there, so that's the tough part. And we're going to bring in Capizzello for the first time this season. Really one of our best relief pitchers. He got off to such a bad start last year. We sent him to the minor leagues, and he came back really strong. Couldn't get his ERA under 4, but he's a good pitcher. Pitched 40 games last year. Went 5-2 with those 37 innings pitched, 27 Ks. Opponents batting .211 against him. He had 7 saves. He was our lefty closer out of the pen. And as you can see here, his AAA stats were great. This is an actual 1982 Fleer baseball card. So we did play for the Tigers at the beginning of the season, but we traded him to the Houston Astros at the trade deadline. So Cappy became a Houston Astro later this season. Okay, so Ernie Whitt up. He's walked every single damn time to the plate. As Cappy comes back hot, striking out Whitt. There's 1 down. Al Woods up next. And Woods gets his 3rd hit on the day. A base hit to center field. And I think we need to let Capizzello try to complete this inning. Another by Paul Dade, who had the grand slam earlier. Cappy fires to second to get the lead runner, but the Tigers can't turn 2. That is the second out, though, for Garth Iorg. And Iorg goes oppo for a base hit to right field. Dade on 3rd. And Bassetti, who hits lefties really well. I think we need to give Capizzello 1 shot here to face Bassetti, and Bassetti hits a ground ball to second. Whitaker makes the play cleanly, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. So great job by Capizzello. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers still hold a 3-run lead. Glenn Wilson faces Tom Brown, and Wilson base hit up the middle. So runner on first for Sweet Lou. Lou, only Tiger in the lineup today that does not have a hit. He does have a couple walks, though. And he hits a ground ball to second. Will that be two? Nope. Only play was to first. So Wilson in scoring position for Trammell. I would love to get another run on the board. Trammell hits it right back to Tom Brown. Wilson holds, so only play was to first. So that's going to leave it up to Brock to get that runner in from second, and he hits a weak grounder to short, and that'll do it. So we're going to the ninth. Now we have two righties and a lefty due up. I think we need to play it safe. We have a closer for a reason, and that is Roger Weaver, who has pitched the least amount of innings this season. So this makes sense. We're going to bring him in. Going for his fourth save. It'll be his fourth save if he can close this out. Starting with Steve Davis. And Davis is a grounder to Hatcher, third. Hatcher makes the play. Hatcher's still flawless at third this season. One down for Timmy Corcoran. And he shoots a line drive right over the head of Hatcher for a double. Corcoran on second now. One down for Chris Sabo, and Sabo punches it right back to Weaver, and Weaver tosses out Sabo at first, willing to give up that run at third if we have a chance here to finish the game off with Danny Tartabull. So two down, runners at third. This could be the ball game. Oh, he walks him like an idiot. So now, do we have the righty pitch to Whitt? One swing of the bat. He's batting .421 against Weaver. Doesn't have a hit today, but he has 3 walks. We're going to guard the lines against an extra base hit. Let's see how this plays out. And that is a line drive to center. Dawson makes the catch. Okay. We're holding our breath there for a minute. But the Tigers win 8-5. The Blue Jays lose in spite of 5 Dade RBIs. Oh, a nice trade offer from the trade-in Twins. They are always making trade offers. I don't hate this. We do not need Dave Edwards, though. We have a really good, we have 2 really good outfielders in AAA, and Dave Edwards would really only be a 4th outfielder at best. Now, Dave Engel, who really did play for the Tigers, we could always use a backup catcher. Our backup catchers have been just total pig slop so far. I'm going to say no to Dave Engel. For Marty Castillo and Tim Lawler, we're going to say no thanks. That is a fair trade, actually perfectly aligned salaries. But we're going to say no. Let's take a look at the standings first. As we've now won 4 in a row, we're 16-5, 3-game lead on the Yankees. The Kansas City Royals still leading the West, and St. Louis and Chicago tied at the top of the East, and Houston and San Diego technically tied in the West. Take a look at transactions real quick. There is a trade today. Oh, a big one, actually, a really big one, as Houston trades Danny Goodwin. Was he the MVP? No, he was. I always get that confused. I'm thinking of Larry Heisel. No, I think he was the MVP. Yeah, he was the MVP in 1980 for the Twins, and they traded him to Houston. Houston won the World Series, and now he is a Met. So, and it doesn't really make sense because he's terrible defensively, but maybe the Mets need him. They certainly can afford him. In return, the Astros get Luis Quinones to play shortstop in single A, and a very highly rated shortstop, poor defensively, and middle reliever, Gene Nelson, who as a 19-year-old made 1 start in 1980 for the Yankees. So he's bounced around quite a bit. There are a couple injuries. Oh, the Stegosaurus, he gets a contract. from the Cubbies, and then suffers a month-long wrist stress fracture. And then Cleveland loses Derek Patello. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. I think we might have to give it to Reggie on back-to-back days. Great job by Reginald with the 3-run shot. His 5th home run, team leading 5th. Let's give it to him. Only Tiger without a hit was Sweet Lou. Bruce Robbins gets the win, 2-0, after Hume's grand salami, really messed up his ERA. Roger Weaver gets the save. That's his 4th save on the season. Jesse Jefferson actually settled in. It's hard to say that after giving up 8 runs, but he didn't pitch really all that bad. Tom Brown goes 3 in relief. So that's going to do it today. We're going to come back tomorrow, do the 3rd game of the 3-game series, have our last robot race for a short while. Until then, everyone, have a great day.